Well, I love London. I've been wanting to be here for a long time, for any length of time. I shot here during the pandemic, and there was nothing open. And then now I have so much work to do that I can't go out because I am trying to memorize. I have been trying to memorize this body of work. So now that we've opened, I should have some time to enjoy London a bit more. But I love this city. I love the UK. It's an amazing place.
Well, hello there, Tom Hayden-Millward here for What's on Stage. And this evening, we're back at the Donmar warehouse, where Academy Award winner Adrien Brody is currently making his London stage debut in the world premiere of The Fear of 13.
Yes, this is indeed my my London stage debut. I've been wanting to get back to the stage for many years, but it has been decades. And I did some theater in New York when I was very young, as a teenager, but they were really early days for me. And of course, in theater school, and there was lots of work, but it's been so long since I've had to carry something, and it's very exciting.
Making my London stage debut has been wonderful, and also surprising in very small ways. For example, I did not know that in London you guys say beginners instead of places. So the very first preview they called beginners, and I was like, well, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to keep doing my makeup. And then they were like, no, you need to come now. I was like, So really we were off to a cracking start.
I've been doing this a while.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't no beginner. Exactly.
I love that.
The Fear of 13 is a new play at the Donmar warehouse about the true story of Nick Yarris, a man who was wrongfully convicted of murder and spent 22 years on death row in Pennsylvania. And I think if you hear that, you think it's an entirely very serious subject, but I think Nick tells his story with so much humor and heart, and it's also a love story and a story about survival and the American criminal legal system.
Yeah, I'm so excited that this is the first play of my first season as artistic director of Donmar Warehouse. What I particularly love about this play is that it leans into the uniqueness of this theatre, the wonderful intimacy, the wonderful complicity between performer and audience. So the play is full of direct address. It is designed in an immersive way in that the performers are brought right into the audience, and that there's no fourth wall, there's no barrier between audience and performer.
We used the space in a very particular way, so we knew that there was a collective storytelling element to the show, and that was an idea that we'd sort of come across. And so it was then going, okay, how do we put the audience in the middle of it? I've done a lot of shows in which we've tried to put the audience, whether it be the Jungle or Kyoto, where the audience are at the center of the experience. And so it felt obvious to go, okay, how do we make them part of the experience? And it was very interesting with Adrien, because Adrien was like originally going, oh, do I have to see the audience? And I was like, not only do you have to see them, they're going to be right there and they're going to be interacting with them. And what's so weird is he's just fallen in love with them. So he now talks to them directly all the time. And that direct address was something that obviously I started exploring in Prima Facie. And then Tim Sheader, when we first brought him the script, went, that is why I want to do this play. So the audience became central to the whole experience.
So tonight there were also a few of the audience actually get involved in the show, so there is a bit of good old-fashioned audience participation. which is kind of brilliant, isn't it? That you're doing that at the Donmar warehouse. That you don't just do that in pantomime.
Yeah, The Fear of 13 is based on a documentary also entitled The Fear of 13. And there isn't a direct text reference in the play, which we've done on purpose. And Nick on death row took up reading and became obsessed with words. So in the documentary, The Fear of 13 is a word that he really loves, triskaidekaphobia. And in the process of developing the play, we have actually taken out that direct reference. And we've sort of left it open to interpretation, but there is a particular event in the play, which I don't want to give too much away, that happens to him before he's an adult. And so the title sort of speaks to that right now in the play. But if you're looking for the line that says, "This is the fear of 13," you won't find it. Yeah.
You know, Nick Yarris, who I play, is a real person who's endured a great deal of hardship in his life. He's served 22 years on death row for a crime he didn't commit, and he's one of many that's it's representational of a deeply flawed judicial system, and it just is heartbreaking. And at the same time, it's a reminder of the ability to persevere and to find beauty in life, and it so kind of poetically addresses something that's very tragic and unfair and unjust, and I kind of wanted to tell Nick's story. Nick is right across from me, enjoying his freedom.
I don't think anybody is equipped mentally to handle watching all of their worst moments without flinching. I tried to flinch as little as possible, but it hurts. But what a wonderful healing. What a wonderful way for artists to take my darkest moments and turn them into my actual healing. It's been such a humbling treat that I encourage all theater goers to truly invest in Fear of 13, not for me and my sake, but for the performance that Adrien and Nana and everyone else is performing to. It's a wonderful play.
Nick has no shortage of adages or words of wisdom. He has the remarkable ability to be a storyteller and to find nuance in all of these experiences, and he has a tremendous amount of gratitude, which I love to see. And he doesn't live in bitterness. He's had a lot of pain.
I want everyone to know I feel badly that he has to relive my childhood trauma. And my heart goes out to him, but I know that he knows I'm happy, so it's okay.
But he's so full of joy and so full of encouragement for others, and is a really special person, and I really admire him, and I feel for him.
Originally, when the documentary first came out, it was a sort of a mystery about who is this guy, what is his motivations, and then what we discovered was that the frame of the love story was much, much more interesting, and I was fascinated, and I read a lot of books since we decided to do this about why people fall in love with someone on death row, and that relationship, which is very intense but also very truthful, there's a sort of honesty to it, became central to the show.
I think what is surprising about The Fear of 13, the play, is the tonal treatment of the material, and I think the tone of the piece comes entirely from Nick Yarris himself, who is such a gifted storyteller that he's able to talk about his deepest, darkest traumas with gallows humor.
Yeah, I think people are not expecting to attend a play about the American carceral system and laugh. I think people are not used to that. So I think the first few laughs in the show are a little bit tentative because people are like, is that okay? Am I allowed to laugh at this? It's supposed to be serious material, you know, but you can laugh.
It's just a human story and has sort of all of the emotions of happiness, sadness, frustration, love, and hopefully some laughs as well.
Nick has always sort of been an advisor to us, and we saw it for the first time on Tuesday night, and it was one of the most moving experiences I've ever had, is to watch a show about his life in which he walked away going, you've captured something that I didn't think was possible to capture.
Wow! Wow! I ran out into the street and I yelled, wow!
The Fear of 13 is playing through to the 30th of November 2024 here at the Donmar Warehouse. As always, you can leave your thoughts about the show in the comments section down below, but please, for the love of Adrien Brody's Oscar on a mantelpiece, keep it kind. Give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll see you next time for What's on Stage. You know why it's called the Fear of 13? Can you talk to us about
So I don't have to yell, right? It's like, this will pick me up, but you might have to, but I can't hear. Okay.
I was like, someone's gonna ask me the title.
It had to be me. I can only apologize.
Yeah.